Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Greg McLeod from Elite Traders University and the Forex Cash Machine. And today I have a very special treat for you. I have one of my most amazing students, a multi-talented, a great story to tell you about his journey through Forex. So I want to introduce my friend, colleague, and this outstanding trader, Michael Jacobson.
Thanks, Greg.
Hi, Michael.
Good. Great to be here. Great to see you again, and always look forward to talking to you.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself and the business you were doing before you got into trading.
Yeah, so quite a diverse sort of interesting history. I started in the banking system, so I worked for the largest financial institution in the Southern Hemisphere, which is Westpac Group. Also worked for Australia, New Zealand Bank, international banking, but realized that I wasn't made to be a banker. I realized I just started to become a number. So I left the bank, and at that time, I was actually self-taught in trading. So I'd actually been slowly learning and slowly losing money through that entire time at the bank. Ended up going into construction, and I was actually in the construction industry for about 5 or 6 years. Doing high-end renovations and new builds in Auckland, New Zealand. And that whole time still just self-taught in my trading and trying to learn by myself. And finally, after meeting you, those jobs were put to bed. The construction, the building stopped. And now I'm full-time in the trading and investing financial market scene.
Oh man, that's an awesome story. Such a transition from banking into construction. So tell me, what was the problem you had prior to joining our program?
So really the problem was consistency in making money. I mean, I lost tens of thousands of dollars. I think I blew up about 8 or 9 accounts simply because I didn't know what I was doing. And so really, I was breaking even, but losing more than breaking even. So losing and then becoming break even, and then just having no consistent success, never ever able to actually take money out of my trading account, constantly feeding money in and just losing it. So total failure would probably be the best word to describe it as far as trading is concerned. Total failure.
Okay, did you have a problem with entries and exits or over leveraging? Was there any, or is it?
It was really a few things. I think not knowing actually where to enter, I would find that I would enter the market and immediately the market would turn against me. And I would be thinking, how is this possible? How can this be happening every single time? So not understanding precision timing of the market and not really understanding market structure, which it actually gives you your timing, which I found out later. And not understanding correct risk management and over trading. So my leverage was okay, but because I was over trading at the wrong timing with the wrong place in market structure, then it just led to failure after failure, loss after loss. So all of the above.
All of the above, right. Exactly. So tell me, why did you choose to join our program specifically over any other program?
Yeah, well, I actually watched one of your videos, and obviously there's a lot of different programs that are available, and I looked at a few of them. Most of them didn't make sense simply because they were either offering a signal service, which I wasn't interested in. I wanted to be a master, so I couldn't just follow someone to trade successfully. I wanted to actually become that trader myself. So when I saw your videos on YouTube and watched you pull the money out of the market so easily, I realized, well, look, if Greg can actually do this and he can teach me to do it. So what I did was simply start copying your trades. I reversed engineered what I saw on the videos to the extent that I could. Very simply, very basically. And I sort of realized a little bit of what you were doing. And I was like, okay, I think this is why he's entering. And so I sort of tried to copy your trades. And immediately I was making $1,000 a day just from copying your YouTube videos. And so I realized, look, if I'm making this much with this small amount of information, what happens if Greg actually teaches me himself personally? So when I actually saw how easy it was to take money out of the market by watching your videos, that's actually what convinced me that you actually knew what you were talking about. You weren't just providing a signal service. And so that's why I contacted you and invested in the course, which changed everything.
Oh wow, that's remarkable. That's remarkable. So the free stuff was worth it, huh?
Absolutely. The free stuff made me more money than I'd ever made myself.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm so glad to hear it. That's what we try to do. And so, was there anything in particular about the program that really helped you, and why was it so effective?
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the biggest part of it for me was the mentorship, having someone to actually guide me step by step and to show me what I was doing wrong, to point out what I could change. And as well as that, so many different, the ways that you actually approach your trading just connected all the dots for me together. So, for example, understanding market structure correctly and realizing that if you can't read market structure, then you actually haven't got a clue about your entering your timing in the market. You just don't know what you're doing. So understanding market structure correctly really helped me to pinpoint my trades with precision timing. And that was the biggest thing for me. And then obviously the mentorship as well, having you actually to direct me step by step, to show me what I'm doing right, to encourage what I'm doing right, to show me what I'm doing wrong and point me in the right direction so that next time I can be successful in the areas that I was lacking in. So those were probably the biggest things for me, really.
Oh my goodness, that's exactly what we try to do. Could you done it on your? You think you could have done it on your own?
No, because I had no concept of market structure. I mean, I understood what a trend was and understood what a range was. But as far as the structure of the market is concerned, I had no idea. So you don't know what you don't know, right? So unless
Right.
someone told me and explained it and detailed it for me, I would still be just losing trades. And as far as the mentorship's concerned, I mean, it's like me trying to teach myself is a failure. How can a failure teach a failure? It doesn't work. So I needed a
That's powerful.
master. I needed a master to teach me. So I realized, look, if I want to be the best, I need to learn from the best. And from what I saw in your courses and your content, I believe that you were one of the best that I'd seen,
Oh,
at least in the English speaking world.
thank you. So, how's your? Tell me, as a result of implementing the program, what has been the outcome?
Obviously, basically, it started off with consistent win ratio. So my win ratio went up from break even to losing to probably 70 to 80% in a couple of weeks. Again, because you joined so many dots together for me, everything started to come together very, very quickly. And that led to finally, consistently profitable trades with a very, very high win ratio. And so obviously my account size started to grow. And as well as that, even though my strength was initially just Forex, I started to move into other investments using the same strategy because I realized it works in any market and in any time frame. And actually started to use those strategies for investing, for buy and hold for long term as well. So ultimately, it's totally transformed my trading to success. Getting massive returns. The returns I only ever dreamed about. When I started 20 years ago, I thought to get 10% a week was impossible. And there's been a few days where I've made 10% in a day. That's rare, but sometimes I've made 10% in a week. And so the returns that I used to believe were impossible have now become normal for me. So it's totally transformed my financial situation. It's transformed my lifestyle. It's transformed my business. Pretty much everything.
Wow. That is incredible. What is your biggest, the first couple of months of the course, what was your percentage? I know you have an amazing story there.
Yeah, so I took an account of $1,000 up to $1,000 up to $10,000 in 2 months. So that's a pretty significant increase for me.
That is so. I believe that you made more than what you invested in the course, right? Did the course pay for it?
Yeah, the course paid for itself already.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, where do you think you would be right now if you did take action and join our program?
Wow, if I didn't join your program, I would still be trying to work it out for myself, and I would be down probably multiple tens of thousands of dollars just trialing and error. I would probably be scanning YouTube videos, trying to find some sort of magic formula, magic success strategy,
Yeah.
and not finding it because it doesn't really exist in that sense. Um, I would probably be back in the building industry, which would be terrible for me.
Mhm.
Um, and I wouldn't have the access to understand how to trade financial instruments for long-term buy and hold cases where, I'm making a lot of money. So I'd be still in the pit of failure and despair, probably, to be honest, not knowing how I was going to get out.
Wow, wow. Now, so tell me, if there's anyone who is like watching or on the fence, about being a part of the program, about, maybe even about even booking a call, what would you say to them?
Okay, well, I would definitely say don't be like me, someone who waited so long before they actually asked for help. I would say get in touch with Greg, realizing that not only is he someone who's teaching out of years and years of personal experience and expertise and excellence, but realize that the investment you make in the course is a very, very small cost, a very, very small sacrifice to make compared to decades of making financial profits in the future with your trading abilities that you'll learn from him. So the investment itself, you'll make it back within 6 months, simply because there's no other strategies like the strategies that Greg offers in the university courses. So I would say book a call with us, because not only do you have the personal mentorship from someone like Greg, and you have the strategies that no one else teaches online, but it'll be a lifetime investment in yourself for such a small cost. So don't wait. I mean, I only wish I knew Greg 20 years ago. It would have saved me decades or years and years and years of loss and failure and despair, and just pain, basically. So don't wait. Just reach out.
The wise words, very wise words. And in fact, when they reach out and talk to us, they'll be speaking with you because I only allow traders who are self-sufficient, who are trading for a living, to speak with clients, with potential clients. And not only that, Michael, was promoted to head of instruction, and he also has developed, taken those techniques, and he's refined them and create a vastly a super course, advanced course to take your trading to the next level. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Tell us what it's called, and then what you cover.
Yeah, sure. So I developed the course called the London Bankers Strategy Blueprint. And what I do is actually teach you how to trade with the banks. And most people don't realize that the banks rule the markets, they run the whole game. And so the reason why 95% of all traders fail is because they're standing on the railway tracks in front of the train and getting run over by the banks. So if you're losing, yeah, it's because you don't know how the banks are trading. You don't know when they're entering the market, and you don't know what direction they're taking it in. So I spent numerous hours learning and researching how the banks manipulate the markets. And so I teach you step by step at market opens how to trade with the banks, how to trade the manipulation that they use to deceive retail traders. And those strategies have extremely high win ratios, very, very high probability setups. And they actually teach you to get precision timing for your trades with almost zero drawdown. So very, very, very low risk trades. And I actually teach you how to pick the tops and bottoms of the markets, which allows us to get incredibly high asymmetric reward to risk. So that's a 2-month course where I become your personal mentor. There's a number of video modules in an ebook where you get step-by-step details as to how the strategies are to be used, and then a chat room platform where we connect on a weekly basis, which includes one-on-one mentorship. It includes webinars every week that are recorded, which you can go over and over to continue to glean information and value from. And then after 2 months, there is an opportunity to stay for a bit longer if you choose to do that. But it's the highest one of the highest probability setups I've ever seen. Incredibly high win ratio, almost zero drawdown, and you learn to trade with the big players, which are the banks.
Exactly. And believe me, I'm a testimony for his course. I have sat in his chat rooms and have made quite a bit of money as well. So, but you gotta learn how to crawl before you can walk, and walk before you can run. And so, definitely, the first step is to book that call. But I want to thank you, Michael, for sharing with us, and I wish you much success. And we'll see you on the inside, right, Mike? All right,
awesome.
Cheers.
Thanks, Greg. Great for talking. Good to see you again. Bye-bye.
If you felt a spark here and want to see how these principles can be used in your own trading, go to www.elitetradersuniversity.com/apply to book a free session with our team. We have helped hundreds of people remove the frustration and obstacles in trading to become consistent, highly profitable traders. These are proven principles that just work. Happy pipping!